I'm about to be real right now. It's like he's manipulating people, like manipulating the Keandria fans.
I'm sorry.
I hate that I just said that. I want to go back in time.
That sounds like a stripper name. Like, welcome
Keandria to the get up on that stage.
Yeah, like.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Yes, today we're going to be doing more conspiracy theories. And today's are kind of all over the place. I'm just warning you. We're going to be talking about cartoons, we're going to be talking about the devil, and we're going to be talking about One Direction. I know. And because so many of you guys have wanted me to talk about this, we are finally going to talk about Larry Styleson. And we've talked about cartoon conspiracy theories before, and they are very creepy. I mean, a while back we talked about how the Smurfs is actually about Hitler and Nazi Germany, and we talked about how all the characters in Winnie the Pooh are actually different mental disorders. For example, Winnie the Pooh has OCD because he's obsessed with honey, and he's obsessed with counting. Piglet obviously has anxiety disorder. Tigger has ADD. Rabbit also has OCD. He's obsessed with keeping everything clean and in order. Eeyore obviously suffers from very severe depression, and Christopher Robin is completely schizophrenic, which is why he thinks all of these animals are talking to him. But this next cartoon has an even creepier theory, and that's the theory that the Care Bears are actually symbols of voodoo gods. So for those of you who don't really know what voodoo is, it is an old religion that is somewhat satanic. It deals with black magic, there's sacrifices, and of course voodoo dolls where you can stab into a doll and make people feel pain. It's a pretty dark religion. Well, in voodoo, there's different spirits that resemble different parts of life. Those are called loa, and supposedly each Care Bear represents a different spirit. So first, let's talk about the name Care Bears. So Care Bear is very similar to Care Fours, and Care Fours is actually an area in the world that people say is the heart of the voodoo religion. Now, the Care Bears live in the clouds, which is technically where spirits would live. So now let's talk about the symbols on the Care Bears' stomachs. Now, theorists think that Love-A-Lot Bear is supposed to represent goddess Erzulie. Now, Erzulie is often associated with the color pink, which is the color of the bear, and Erzulie was the goddess of love and motherhood, the two hearts. Next, we have the Friend Bear. Now, Friend Bear has two flowers that are crossing on his stomach. Now, there's a voodoo god named whose symbol is two roses crossing. And people also don't say the name out loud. Instead, they call him Friend. That one actually creeps me out a little bit. Now, there's a Cheer Bear who has a rainbow on their stomach. Now, the voodoo god Damballa is also symbolized by a rainbow. Then you have Grumpy Bear, who has a symbol of a raining cloud on his stomach. Now, there's a voodoo god named Captain Ogu, and he's very angry, and he has a ship. Now, his ship looks just like the cloud on the bear's stomach. Now let's talk about the way that the Care Bears travel around. They travel around in a magic ship. Now a lot of theorists said, hey, a lot of the first practicers of voodoo actually came here on ships because they were slaves. Now who knows, this could all be bullshit and it could all be coincidences, but one creepy thing is a lot of the creators of the Care Bears have died in very bizarre, mysterious ways. One of the animators, Leston Myers, disappeared. He left a note behind saying that he was going to find out the truth about where the Care Bears came from. His final credit card bill showed that he had purchased a flight to Haiti, and then nobody ever heard from him again. I don't know, to me that sounds very fucking creepy, and I don't know, I don't want to say anything because I'm terrified, but all I'm going to say is I don't trust those bears. Alright, here we go. I'm going to talk about it. You guys have wanted me to talk about this. Let's fucking do it. And that's the theory of Larry Styleson. So pretty much since the beginning of One Direction, there has been a theory that Harry is actually dating Louis. And theorists have a lot of evidence to back this up. Here is just a few pieces of proof. Number one, the amount of times that they have either almost kissed or pretended to kiss or bit each other are insane. Here's just a few clips. I mean, I don't know, they could just be having fun and being goofy, but it's a lot of times to like almost kiss somebody when there's no feelings there. I don't know. Number two, they were the only two people in the group to actually live together. And they've been pretty open about that. Just look at this clip where Harry said he wouldn't want to live with anybody else.
You live with Louis, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, he's not here, so you can give us the dirt.
Okay.
Is he the messiest?
Yes.
Does he do the washing up?
Never.
Does he make his bed?
No. Never.
No, hopeless flatmates. Would you rather be with one of these guys?
No.
No.
Now supposedly they said they don't live together anymore, but there have been a few slip-ups where they've accidentally said they are.
What is your current favourite TV show?
When we're home, when we're working from London, we don't work that late, so we get to watch shows.
You live together, so all of you?
No, we all live beside each other and then
Okay.
we just kind of branched out.
So do you even live?
So just there you saw they said, oh, when we're at home, or we have too many in our house. I mean, obviously they're living together. Now Louis has a story he tells about the first meal he ever cooked for a girlfriend. And it's some kind of chicken mozzarella dish. And supposedly he says he's only cooked once in his whole life and it was for a romantic occasion. And then this picture came out. Harry Styles took a picture of him cooking the romantic dinner. They've also shared a lot of innuendos on stage or in interviews. Just look at this one where they joke about giving each other head. Now this next one involves sign language. Now in sign language, doing this means sweetheart or to make love. And they've been caught doing that to each other a lot. Cute, I like that. Now next we're going to talk about their tattoos. Now on Harry's wrist he got a tattoo that says I can't change, which is a reference to something a lot of people in the LGBT community say. A few months later, Louis got a tattoo on the same wrist with little quotation marks. And when you put those together, it's a quote. Then Harry got a tattoo of a ship, and then shortly after, Louis got a tattoo of a compass. Then Harry got a tattoo of a ship anchor, and Louis got a tattoo of a ship rope. Harry got a heart tattoo, and Louis got an arrow. Harry got a rose tattoo, and Louis got a dagger. And then Harry got a tattoo right here of a butterfly, and then Louis got a tattoo saying, it is what it is on his chest. Now that might sound like it doesn't mean anything, but a picture was taken of the tattoo artist's sketches, and on his sketches was the butterfly, and right above it, it said, it is what it is. Now a couple other things is that Harry is very open about the fact that he doesn't like gender roles, he doesn't like labels on things, he's very supportive of the gay community, he even will take rainbow flags and wear them on stage and dance around in them. But all that could just mean he's very supportive of the community. Or it could mean that he is part of it. And the last little piece of evidence is from our very own psychic twins when they revealed on their channel that Harry and Louis are actually together. The whole rumor forever is that two of the guys are together.
I think there may have been a romance.
You think it happened?
I do. There was a romance, yeah.
So there you guys go. We finally talked about it. And honestly, I fucking believe it. And I kind of ship it. Damn. Now our last theory is pretty dark and it deals with suicide. So if that triggers you, then please click off this video. And that is about the death of Kurt Cobain. Now if you guys don't know, Kurt Cobain was a part of the band Nirvana, which was fucking amazing. Now I grew up with their music, they were incredible. And then on April 8th of 1994, Kurt Cobain died. He was found dead by a gunshot wound to the head and had the gun next to him. Well, not soon after he was announced dead, people started to wonder, did he really kill himself? I mean, why would he kill himself? He was at the height of his career. And that's when the theories started flying. And one theory is that his wife at the time, Courtney Love, might have been behind his murder. A man named Tom Grant, who used to be part of the LA County Sheriff Department, has come out to talk about some of the things that he learned during the investigation. He learned that before Kurt died, him and Courtney were going to get a divorce and that Kurt was going to leave her. And supposedly, Courtney did not want that to happen and that made her very angry. He also interviewed a bunch of Kurt's friends, and they all said the same thing. He was not suicidal, he never talked about being depressed, and that they do not believe that he really did kill himself. They also found that his body had 3 huge doses of heroin in it when they found him dead. And that means that he would have done it to himself because he was all alone. And supposedly they said with the amount of heroin that was in his system, the fact that he could have written a suicide note and got a gun and actually shot himself in the head is kind of impossible. Because he would have been so drugged up out of his mind that he wouldn't be able to literally do anything. Also, he noticed a few things about the suicide note that didn't seem right. At the bottom of the note it says, "For Frances, for her life which will be so much happier without me." Now if you look at the note, that sentence looks completely different from the rest of the note. And a lab tested the note and actually noticed that that was written later. And if you read the note without that part, it just sounds like a letter that he would have written if he was leaving Nirvana and wanted to tell the fans like, hey guys, I'm quitting music, I think I don't want to do this anymore. The only thing that really implies that he wants to kill himself is that one line that was added later. So the theory is that he wrote that note saying that he wanted to leave Nirvana, he wanted to leave his wife, he just wanted to leave everything. And then supposedly his wife got mad and had him murdered. And then they added on to the note to make it look like a suicide note. Now just to add to that theory, there was a documentary made about this entire thing. And in it there was a man interviewed named El Duce. And El Duce claims that Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain's wife, tried to hire him to kill Kurt. Check it out.
You did some deal with Courtney, right?
Yeah.
She offered me 50 grand to whack Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I was telling you this.
She what? 50 grand to whack Kurt Cobain.
Now this is the even creepier part. Just 2 days after that interview, El Duce died. And he didn't just die a normal death. He was hit and run over by a train. Not only that, there were no witnesses. I don't know, to me that sounds very shady. It almost sounds like somebody had him killed off, but I don't know. Well, Courtney Love has been very outspoken about the fact that she would never have had him killed, that she loved him. She's talked about it in many interviews. Check it out.
Do you blame yourself? I mean, I know that there are fans of his who blame you.
I do.
What could you have done different? And what do you blame yourself for?
About 8,000 things. About 8,000 million things.
Could you have stopped it?
Yes.
Could you have stopped it permanently?
No, but I could have been diligent.
So I don't know. I mean, listen, do I think she had him killed? No, I do not think that. Do I think there's more to the story? Do I think that he really just took a gun and killed himself? I don't think so. I think there is more, but I guess we just won't know. Well, there you guys go. Those are my conspiracy theories for today. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want more conspiracy theory videos, please give me a thumbs up on this video so I know. And also make sure to subscribe right down below to my channel because I make new videos every day. And if you want to see more videos of conspiracy theories or creepy stuff, I will put a link to a playlist right at the top of the description below. Alright, I will see you little Care Bears tomorrow. Bye. Are we done yet? Do we have to keep doing this? Like, how many more times are we gonna watch Chloe sit on the couch and go, I don't know, Kim, I don't trust her. And then Kim go, I don't know, like, I kind of trust her. And then Courtney go, yeah, I don't know what Courtney does.